The Balkans, NATO and Russia's power struggle. The Balkans, composed of Albania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Croatia, Kosovo, Montenegro, North Macedonia, Romania, Serbia and Slovenia, is an area that has faced political and economic instability for centuries, mainly due to its location between the East and the West. However, a new power struggle has emerged in the region in recent years between NATO and Russia. NATO, established in 1949 as an alliance against the Soviet Union, has been expanding its membership in the Balkans since the 1990s. Through its Partnership for Peace program, NATO has been providing military assistance, training and education to the Balkan countries. In 2009, Albania and Croatia joined NATO, followed by Montenegro in 2017, and North Macedonia became the latest member in 2020. NATO has also maintained a peacekeeping mission in Kosovo since 1999. On the other hand, Russia, the successor state of the Soviet Union, has been increasingly active in the region since the 2000s. Russia has been supporting Serbia, the traditional ally of Moscow in the Balkans, with political and economic aid, as well as military cooperation. Russian media has been presenting Serbia as a victim of Western aggression, especially during the 1999 NATO bombing campaign against Serbia. Russia has also challenged NATO's presence in the Balkans by opposing Montenegro's accession to the alliance and warning other countries not to join. The power struggle between NATO and Russia in the Balkans has several dimensions. Firstly, it is a geopolitical rivalry between the West and the East. NATO sees the Balkans as a part of its sphere of influence and views the expansion of its membership as a way to strengthen its security and stability. Russia, however, sees the Balkans as a buffer zone against NATO's expansion and as an area where it can assert its influence against the West. Secondly, the power struggle is a competition over resources and markets. The Balkans is a region rich in natural resources, such as oil, natural gas, coal and metals. It also has a strategic location as a transit route for energy supplies from the Middle East and Russia to Europe. Therefore, both NATO and Russia are interested in gaining access to these resources and markets, and they are competing for economic influence in the region. Thirdly, the power struggle is an ideological conflict between democracy and autocracy. NATO represents the liberal democratic values of the West, such as pluralism, human rights, rule of law and market economy. Russia, on the other hand, represents the authoritarian values of the East, such as centralization, nationalism, state control and protectionism. Therefore, NATO and Russia are competing for the hearts and minds of the Balkan people, who are divided in their attitudes towards the West and the East. The power struggle between NATO and Russia in the Balkans has also had several consequences for the region. Firstly, it has created a new source of tension and instability. The Balkans has already experienced several wars and conflicts in the 1990s, which have left deep scars in the region. The NATO-Russia power struggle has the potential to reignite these conflicts or create new ones, as well as to deepen the existing divisions and mistrust among the countries and the people. Secondly, it has divided the Balkan countries into pro-Western and pro-Russian camps. While some countries, such as Albania, Croatia and North Macedonia, have embraced the Euro-Atlantic integration and aligned themselves with the West, others, such as Serbia, have maintained their ties with Russia and resisted the Western pressure. This division has made it difficult for the Balkan countries to cooperate and integrate with each other, and has created a polarized political climate in the region. Thirdly, it has affected the Balkan countries' relations with the European Union. The EU has been trying to integrate the Balkan countries into the European family through the enlargement process, and to encourage them to adopt the EU values and standards. However, the NATO-Russia power struggle has complicated this process, as it has raised questions about the viability and desirability of the European integration. Some Balkan countries have been frustrated with the slow pace of the EU accession and have turned to other alternatives, such as China, Turkey or Russia, for economic and political support. In conclusion, the Balkans is a region that has been haunted by political and economic instability for centuries, and the NATO-Russia power struggle has added a new layer of complexity to it. The power struggle between NATO and Russia in the Balkans is a geopolitical rivalry, a competition over resources and markets, and an ideological conflict, which has created tension, division, and uncertainty in the region. The Balkan countries need to find a way to navigate through this power struggle and to pursue their own interests, while maintaining their stability, cooperation, and integration with each other and with Europe.